Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercuts!
Hello and welcome to the Jab Jab Show. My name is on the intro there. This video is a tribute to Michael Cimino, who passed away recently. Just felt this is shot afterwards, after the video I did for the review for The Sicilian, and I did mention, talk about Michael Cimino a little bit in there, but after thinking about it and so on, I felt I didn't really do myself justice a little bit more. So I'm shooting this now. Okay. So Michael Cimino, he came out as a director about the same time, late 60s, early 70s, the same time as very versatile time for American cinema. So, as I say, he came out at the same time as, like Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Peter Bogdanovich, and there's a whole host of others. There's loads of others. And Michael Cimino was one of them. And they did very interesting films and so forth. And for me, that's probably my favourite time for films. Certainly up there anyway. And when I heard the news of his passing, I thought, well, I feel I've got to do something. When I was getting into films, something important, I need to do something about. Talk about him a bit more. I'm not massively, I don't know loads and loads about him, but he made 7 feature films. I've got 4 of them. And I got his debut in 1974, Thunderbolt Lightfoot. I can't find it actually. It's upstairs somewhere. I've got a ton of videos, dozens and hundreds of videos upstairs, and I taped off TV years ago, and I don't know what it is. I label my videos. I'm quite anal retentive about all that stuff, but I can't find it anywhere. I do have it, but he also did in 1974. This is 1978. He directed Deer Hunter. This is that's probably the most famous one, and it's probably the best one. But in 1980, Heaven's Gate. I've got 1987, the Sicilian. Which I've got, as you can see, excellent on VHS. I got many moons ago at some point. I don't know where from, but anyway. So I thought other films I would like to revisit. I'm reviewing this one, The Sicilian, but I would like to review the other films. At any point, at some point in the future for future videos. I chose to direct. I chose to do the video on The Sicilian based on the fact I love the book. I read the book first. It's been a few years now since I read it, but it's so indelible. There's so many things in there, and I thought that I love about the film, the book. It was written by Mario Puzo, who who wrote the Godfather novel, and this is The Sicilian. I'm freestyling. I've got no script. I had a script for the other video, and I'm just freestyling. But anyway, so this is The Sicilian is a literary follow up to The Godfather, and the book starts off with Michael Corleone. And in the film, it doesn't, I'll say it all in the review, but basically the film doesn't have any mention of The Godfather or what have you, or Michael Corleone. I guess for copyright infringement or something, I guess so. But anyway, there we go. So I just thought I'd make a little video to celebrate my own way. Michael Cimino, there's probably more people with better. This isn't a biography of the man. It's just I feel, because I love when getting into films when I did and so on. I mean, I watched films before, don't get me wrong, but you know, when I was seriously getting into films and whatever, because you know, this period, the early 70s, was so important to me. You know, the terms of the types of films coming out, and not just the filmmakers I mentioned earlier on, but other films that came out. You know, there's there for another video. You know, other films and so on. But you know, just wanted to kind of just have a little say about Michael Cimino and what he achieved in his career. I mean, like I say, I won't like to revisit these films and other films I've not seen of this yet, because the last film we wrote was 20 years ago. I should have not seen it. So I like to discover things like that, you know. So after the Deer Hunter, he made Deer Hunter, which was an Oscar winner. He was, because of the success of that, he was given what was called, well, the French like to call, or say, carte blanche, do anything he wants to do. So he came up with Heaven's Gate. So yeah, if you don't know, basically in a nutshell, Heaven's Gate, he went off the rails a bit. It almost bankrupted a movie production company, and subsequently he was one. Let's say a lot of the information is in these books about Michael Cimino and other films. If you've not read it, get it read. It's brilliant. Peter Biskind, Easy Riders, Raging Bulls. There's billions of stuff in there, hundreds of stuff. Okay. So you know, some of the information I know about Michael Cimino is in this, and also they come in DVD. And if you get the DVD, I'd just recommend getting the Region 1 version. It's got the main documentary, plus it's got it's mainly talking heads, but very fascinating if you like that kind of thing. Plus it's got a lot of like extras on it, extra like added bits from the interviews and so on. So yeah, check it out. Check things out. But you know, so back to Heaven's Gate. Because of the fallout from Heaven's Gate and so on, we had a lot of trouble basically getting funding, getting jobs with the films. That's why, you know, in his career, his last film, let's say, was 20 years ago, so he had a lot of trouble trying to get things done because of that. This book, Easy Riders, Raging Bulls, also talks about that period of time when there was a burnout from a lot of the directors that came out during this period, but I don't want to get into too much about that. For another video, I guess. But he was one of them, unfortunately. Maybe, you know, mostly maybe he's on doing kind of thing. But you can say what happened after all that, after Heaven's Gate and all the rest of it. But you know what happened. You know, I still feel I've got to. When I heard the news, I still feel of his. When I heard the news of his passing, again freestyling. When I heard the news of his passing, I thought I just have to. I feel I need to say something. Like during the review of whatever film, like I say, I'm choosing The Sicilian, and yeah. Just to say how important he and everyone else was at that period, I feel I need to just say stuff.